No, he wouldn't. No.
No,
How's
he
that?
wouldn't talk to me like, well, fair play now, Felix, yeah, feel
Sure.
good.
Felix Feelgood welcomes everyone.
Yeah,
There's no.
I appreciate that, yeah.
Sure thing. So, Steve-O,
Yeah.
listen, you said you're not coping well, and
No,
what's going on?
it's awful, like what's happening, right? I'm locked down like everyone else, and everywhere's bleeding closed, like, And my mom told me to go on. She said to me, you should go on there and talk about it, right? She says, my problems I'm having.
Who was that? Sorry, Steve-O, who was that talking to you?
Me mom.
Your mom, yeah, your mom was talking to you.
No, not me mom, me ma.
Your mom?
Me board.
Oh, right, Steve-O.
Yeah, me
All
board,
right.
yeah.
All right. So you both are struggling, and it's not going. So what are you doing? What's your thing?
Well, I used to go into the different shops and stuff, and sort of help yourself, but they're all bleeding closed now, I can't go anywhere.
All right, I see how.
Right? I was down there last week, man. That's that fella's name that was protesting. We're all restricted. The Waters or something was his name, like the courts.
Yeah, I heard about it. Yeah.
I was down there, like I was supporting that, because I want everywhere open again, because I'm going because I go in and rob some stuff, I need to survive for myself, and my family.
Well, Steve, I'll be very honest with you. I mean, wouldn't that be maybe the time to maybe find a different profession? Take this as an inspiration.
I really did, it's really hard,
Okay, I see that.
I just find it really tough at the moment, and I can't even get that payment I have, like the contract payment. I can't get that.
What?
They wouldn't give it to me.
Okay, but do you pay?
Give it to me, it's not fair. It isn't fair, and I'm having a really hard time.
Well, Steve, I do feel with you. I will say, though, that you have chosen a very special profession. I'm very, very interested to maybe tell us in a minute, what's the actual blocker there? So what's not working out? So why can't you? Is everyone just at home? And
I used to rob gas as well, but they're all at home now, and I can't even go into the bleeding shops because they're all closed.
And you couldn't just sneak in.
It's awful,
Right. You couldn't just sneak in while they're the family is watching TV, and you just sneak in the door through the corridor. No,
it's not possible. They're all at home. It's not possible at the moment, I mean, we just go into the stores, and different stores you go into, because they have to make a living, I pass on the stuff to other people, and it's just I'm just surviving. That's all I was doing. I wasn't making much.
Well, look, Steve.
Now I'm on the streets now. I can't afford me rent on anything. I don't know what to even do. I mean, so that's when my mom said to me, call in and just give her side. You never hear about her side of the story, Well,
I appreciate that you talk to. I mean, you should talk to your mother. We all should talk to our mothers and stay in contact.
My bleeding mother, I'm talking about my mom. I don't know where my mom is, though. I don't know where she is.
Well, Steve-O, it was great to talk to you. I appreciate you took the time to share that with us.
I'm glad you took me time to talk to me, and it's because we have to get our point across, because no one's representing us at all,
No, see, there's no lobbying for you or any kind of authority behind.
If I had a union rep to go to, I would, I don't know. So
well,
it's really weird.
Keep it up there, Steve-O. I'm glad you rang in. You wouldn't like to take off the glasses and the mouth thing for a quick photo, wouldn't you?
Man, you had me on. I am a laugh, are you?
No. I was just wondering, just for the history.
Yeah, right. All right, listen. I better go.
All right, it was good to talk to you.
Thanks, boy.
Keep it up there, man, Steve-O. Good man.
Felix Feelgood.
Good stuff. Well, that's certainly a perspective. Very worthy sharing here in our show. Everyone is welcome at all times. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I have next on the line. I have Mary, and Mary wants to share with us today how she's coping.
Hello there, Felix. How are you doing? Can you see me there?
Actually, Mary, look, I think you have to turn around the camera. I think it's not quite working out there.
Work this out. You know these intelligent phones now. Just sort of. Is that okay there, Felix?
Well, just give it another push, just a little bit.
Can you see me there, Felix? This is the best I can do now.
It's grand now. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, it's
How
good.
Are you doing? How's it going? It's lovely to talk to you. Thanks for having me on the show, Felix.
Having you on the show.
Gentleman.
Absolutely, Mary. So tell us how you coping. Like, pandemic is on, people are sort of.
Oh, I tell you,
contact.
Felix,
Yeah.
I'm not coping very well since last Saturday night. I'm not coping very well at all. I was watching the telly last Saturday night, just, RT News. And didn't I see an advertisement that shocked me to the bone, Felix?
All right.
Shocked me to the bone. Now, I'm sure this is a family show. Don't want to go into too much graphic detail. But it's an advertisement for a female product. I don't know if you know the ones, but for a female product that women need to use. Not me, I'm past that age. But the advertisement, Felix, it was absolutely vulgar, so it was, and it shocked me to the bone.
All right. Well, look, I hear you're very concerned about that. Probably that's something you could maybe do during the pandemic, get away from the television and, maybe try new experiences. So would you like to talk a little bit about...
What could I be doing, Felix, away from the television? Sure, none of the family want to come and see me because I'm old. What else could I be doing? I'm watching the television. I'm sure I haven't turned it on since last Saturday night for fear of seeing that advertisement again. I tell you, if my late husband had seen it, I'd say he's turning in his grave.
All right.
I'd say he's turning in his grave. I don't know if you've seen it yourself now, Felix, and I hope you haven't.
No, I don't think I came across...
Well, I tell you, steer clear of RTE now if you don't want to be shocked to the bone. You're a man, and there's some things that a man shouldn't say, and that is certainly one of them. I won't go into too much detail, but it's the T word. Now, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about there. But it's the T word, a certain T that women need to use now.
Okay, well,
so often.
Well, you see, we are all only human, you see. So, but I can see that's rather shocking to you. Then,
absolutely outrageous is what it was,
Mary.
Felix. Not shocking, outrageous that I'm paying my television license, and that's the kind of filth that comes up in my telly.
Okay, but Mary, listen, that's shocking. I'm totally with you on that one. But let's put that aside for a second and just give us another maybe 60 seconds now that you have on the show. I'd really like to know how you're doing. How was your life before the pandemic? How is it now? What has changed? How
am I doing, Felix? Well, do you know what? I've been watching the telly during this pandemic, during this COVID situation, because none of the family want to visit me. And now I've the fear of God in me to turn on the television. I don't know what to be doing with myself, and all I keep thinking of is that tagline, get it up, yeah? And I'm having nightmares about it. So I'm not doing very well, and I just wanted to tell all your listeners now to steer clear of RTA and to stop paying their television license, if that's the kind of filth.
Well, I can't wait to take that back. People have to pay the license, and we're cooperating with RTE a little bit as well. So, but look, Mary, it's fantastic to have you on the show. Please come back.
To talk to you, Felix. I hope you don't come across the advertisement. I hope all your listeners. I urge all your listeners now to boycott RTE.
Okay. Well, Mary, good to talk to you, and we shall have you on the social.
Have a lovely evening.
Mary, bye now. Bye.
See you there now, Felix.
Very good. So everyone, I think I should highlight that we very much appreciate the work of RTE and be looking forward to cooperate with RTE as well in the future. But either way, very good to have Mary and Steve on the show. So far, so good.
Felix Feelgood.
So very interesting to hear now, Felix Feelgood, your show today, to hear how people are doing in Dublin this day and age during the pandemic. So without further ado, next on the line, I have Demi. Demi will talk to us today how she's coping. Demi, how are you doing? What's going on during these very special times with you?
Well, Felix, I was doing okay. I was enjoying kind of peace and quiet. And then an extraordinary thing happened to me a few nights ago that I just like to share this story with you and with your listeners.
Okay.
I was lying in bed one night and I felt a bit peckish. So I decided I'd go down and make myself a sausage sandwich. Now, it had taken me a while to get nice, good Irish sausages. I'd kind of been around the block a few times trying to pick up, a good, authentic Irish pork sausage, because us Irish are known for our sausages. Anyway, I was making the sausage sandwich and I took a bite out of the sausage sandwich. And Felix, I can only tell you that the vision that appeared before me, I thought that it wasn't an Irish sausage I picked up, so that I was seeing things, I was hallucinating. It was.
Okay, Demi, just help me out here. So what I'm getting, you were looking for a sausage, you found a sausage, and then you ate the sausage, and then you had a vision.
I had a vision.
And what was that? So that was sort of a hallucinating kind of.
So I thought, Felix. So I thought.
Okay.
It was Michael Jackson appeared to me, dressed head to toe in PPE gear. Okay. I got the fright of my life. Like I said, I thought the sausage was bad, that I'd inadvertently picked up a foreign sausage. And then he spoke to me. Okay,
Demi, so you had a conversation with Michael Jackson. Yeah. In general, do you think you feel okay these days? Do you feel all right?
Well, this is what Michael asked me.
Yeah, sorry.
Michael's first words were, Demi, are you okay?
All right.
Demi, are you okay? Are you okay, Demi? My mouth was wide open with shock. I said, I'm okay, Michael.
Right.
And then he started to proceed to tell me that I need to make a change for once in my life.
Yeah.
And he showed me that if I didn't wear a mask, i.e. like this one here that I'm demonstrating, that things would go very bad for me. Now, Felix, before this, I didn't believe in masks. I didn't believe in a vaccine. I mean, I thought that we have a vaccine, the next step is being chipped.
Yeah.
The only chips I want are covered in salt and vinegar and a batter sausage to go with it, and that's the only chips I will have in this country.
Yeah.
But Michael showed me another way.
Well, Demi, what I hearing from what you were saying is that you sort of had there was a disappearance of Michael Jackson. You probably think it was probably him talking to you and giving you guidance during this pandemic, giving you some sort of orientation, and you found out that you are now gonna wear the mask. That's how you figured that's what you're gonna change.
Yes, exactly, because Michael showed me that this is real. This is very real, and that we all have to take responsibility.
You wouldn't mind just I can't probably hear you there, Demi. Very good, yeah. But you're already doing it. I see you're already doing it. You're wearing the mask, and you're very consequent.
Yeah, but there's a lot of ions and a lot of germs in the air. So I'm taking Michael Jackson's lead, and I'm covering up, Felix. I'm covering up.
Demi, that's very interesting. Felix Feelgood always there for everyone to hear about everyone's perspective. So just maybe final words. How would you recommend we all kind of try to induce this hallucination as well? Should we wear these hats that you made, or are you making these hats now? Are you making many more of them, like the masks?
Well, I could start my own business. I mean, I do have a large following, and we do all wear the hats because, as you know, there's a lot of dangerous materials out there in the atmosphere, and we do need to keep protected. It's all about protection.
Yeah.
Protecting our human right to be protected, and it's our human right to wear a tinfoil hat.
Demi, that's beautiful final words here for the show. That's your message for today. I'm absolutely fascinated. I hope you get better soon. I'm
not sick, Felix. I'm not sick. I'm well because I'm minding myself.
I hear that.
I'm minding myself.
I hear you. Well, you found your emotional place. Your balance. You found your balance now. Very good, Demi. Yes. Absolutely fantastic to talk to you. Keep that mask on, cover yourself, and keep it up. And it was very good to have you on the show today.
Thank you, Felix.
Thank you for your time. Bye now, Demi.
Felix Feelgood.
Yeah. Felix Feelgood here for you to listen to your concerns and your worries and how you're coping during the pandemic. There are certainly many ways to deal with that situation. Good. So next on the line, without further ado, I have Grace O'Malley, and she wants to share with us how she's coping during the pandemic and what she's doing. Grace, how are you?
Hi, Felix. How are you doing? It's lovely to talk to you.
Absolutely. Great energy there, Grace. Good to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It's brilliant. It's great to have a new face to talk to, someone else. And really, I just wanted to share with everybody how I was coping during the pandemic.
Please do, yeah.
Great, thanks. So, it was one of those things. Here, we're meant to have all this time and all the rest of it. And I saw it on an email that had come through because, my daughter, she's wonderful. She set me up in this with the new computer and on the email and all the rest of it, which is absolutely fantastic. Anyhow, she was saying, and she sent me this email through saying, if you've got all this spare time in the pandemic, you should go out and you should learn a new skill or learn a new language or do something with it and so forth. Because, we can't go out and exercise and all that sort of stuff now. So I decided, what can I do? What can I do? I wanted to do something for my daughter, and she's just had a baby, sweetest little daughter, granddaughter she is now. So wonderful. So I decided I was going to make a quilt. Now, you see, I'd never made a quilt before in my life. Not at all. Okay. I thought, no, I will learn this new skill. I will go and I will learn how to make a quilt just for my baby granddaughter because she's so beautiful. She really is. Anyhow, so it's like, how do I start? Where do I start to make a quilt? So I went online. My daughter said, go onto YouTube, and there's loads and loads of instructional videos on YouTube. So I did that, and there was so many. Mind you, there's so many other videos on YouTube as well. In fact, like the lady before, they had hat patterns just for her. Anyhow, yes. Yes, sorry. So
yes. No, wonderful. So I hear you're doing the quilt, so that's going, that's rolling. So that aside, I hear like you're taking on a lot of new hobbies. You're discovering YouTube a little bit. So
that's it. And other people are out there as well. So I did the whole YouTube bit, but there's still some things you don't quite get. And then there's support groups. There's groups there of other people who are interested in the same things that you're interested in. Yeah. So I got onto those, and sure, we sit around, with a nice cup of tea. See, like this nice cup of tea and a natter and a biscuit while you're talking about your new hobbies or how to do things or where to find your materials. And it's been absolutely brilliant. It's been fantastic.
Okay.
It's a whole new lifeline. It really is.
That is. We are all going through a lot of changes these days. Yeah, so I'm glad to hear you're discovering all these things for yourself. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And so once I got talking to them, and we were talking about designs and for the new quilt, and it's like, oh well, what should I do? The design. It's like, sure, I'll go with the name. Why don't I go with the name? Grace O'Malley. So we're doing a pirate ship on the quilt, and then we had to go source the materials. Oh my goodness, there's a whole new bunch of other people to go talk to.
Grace, that quilt, I can't wait to see that quilt, I can't wait to see it. So maybe we park that topic for a second and
right.
But it's they come in all sizes and patterns certainly, but tell us a little bit more like on a more human level, how was it before the pandemic? What do you think where this is going afterwards, and how about going outside, meeting people and
Oh, no, that's definitely a bit more difficult now. It is a bit more difficult because you've got to be careful. But sure, I'm still getting to see Mrs. Jones next door. So we talk over the fence while we're hanging the washing out and all the rest of it. With our social distancing, you have to keep that 2 meters apart. Yeah. So be very careful with that. But sure, that's good. We get some interaction. But, you see, as I was saying, you have to go buy materials for your quilt. So I've been talking to all these suppliers and things. Oh, excuse me, this is falling off now. There we go. So suppliers and whatnot, and then they come and then they get delivered. So now you've got the delivery man and the postman, and our postman, he's lovely. He's absolutely lovely.
Grace, so good to talk to you today. Absolutely a pleasure.
It's been wonderful talking to you. Is our time over so soon?
It is. Our time is racing,
Oh, dear. Yeah, oh dear. Well, it's been absolutely lovely, Felix. I'd love to catch up with you again at some point.
Grace, we should totally go for a few pints and keep the social distance certainly as well.
Absolutely. And I'll tell you a bit more about the quilt and my granddaughter. And I wish I had my picture, but
Felix Feelgood.
So, everyone, I'm very happy to welcome you to Felix Feelgood, to my little show, and I would like to learn more about how you guys are feeling during the pandemic.
Felix Feelgood.
So, everyone, I'm very happy to welcome you to Felix Feelgood, to my little show, and I would like to learn more about how you guys are feeling during the pandemic here in Dublin and the area. So, without further ado, I've already queuing here Steve O. He's not coping well during this pandemic. Hello, Steve O. How are you doing?
How's it going? How are you? I'm glad for having me on there, yeah?
All right, good to meet you, Steve O.
Yeah, you too. Yeah, listen, I appreciate it, right? Because I tried to call the other fellow, what's his name, Joe, and he wouldn't talk to me.
No, he wouldn't. No, how's that?
He wouldn't talk to me like, well, fair play now, Felix, yeah?
Sure, Felix Feelgood welcomes everyone, you know, there's no...
I appreciate that, yeah?
Sure thing. So, Steve, listen, you said you're not coping well, and what's going on?
It's awful, like what's happening, right? You know, I'm locked down like everyone else, and everywhere's bleeding closed, like, you know? And then what told me to go on? She said to me, you should go on there and talk about it, right? She says, my problems I'm having.
Who was that? Sorry, Steve, who was that talking to you?
Mom.
Your mom, yeah, your mom was talking to you.
No, not me, Mom, me ma.
Your mom?
Me board.
Oh, right, Steve.
Yeah, me
all right.
board, yeah.
All right. So you both are struggling and it's not going. So what are you doing? What's your thing?
Well, I used to go into the different shops and stuff, you know, and, you know, sort of help yourself, but they're all bleeding closed now, you know. I can't go anywhere.
All right. I see how.
Right? I was down there last week, man, that's that fella's name that was protesting, we're all restricted, the Waters or something was his name, like, the courts.
Yeah, I heard about it, yeah.
I was down there, like, I was supporting that, you know, because I want everywhere open again, because I'm going I go in and rob some stuff, you know, I need to survive for myself and my family. Well,
Steve, I'll be very honest with you. I mean, wouldn't that be maybe the time to maybe find a different profession, you know, take this as an inspiration?
I really did, like, you know, it's really hard, you know.
Okay, I see that.
I just find it really tough at the moment, and I can't even get that payment I have, like the contract payment. I can't get that.
What
they wouldn't give it to me.
Okay, but do you pay?
Give it to me, like, you know, it's not fair. It isn't fair, you know. And I'm having a really hard time.
Well, Steve, I do feel with you. I will say though that you have chosen a very special profession. I'm very, very interested to maybe tell us in a minute what's the actual blocker there. So what's not working out? So why can't you? Is everyone just at home? And
I used to rob gas as well, like, you know, but they're all at home now, and I can't even go into the bleeding shops because they're all closed.
And you couldn't just sneak in,
like, you know, it's awful. It's awful, like, you know.
Right. You couldn't just like sneak in while they're like the family is watching TV, and you just sneak in the door like through the corridor or so. No,
it's not possible. They're all at home. It's not possible at the moment, you know. I mean, we used to go into the stores and. Different stores you go into, like, because I have to make a living, you know. I depend on the stuff to other people, like, and you know, I'm just surviving, you know. That's all I was doing. I wasn't making much.
Well, look, Steve.
Now I'm on the streets now, like, I can't afford me rent on anything, like, you know. I don't know what to even do. I mean, that's what my mom said to me, call in and just give her side. You never hear about her side of story, like, you know.
Well, I appreciate that you talk to. I mean, you should talk to your mother. We all should talk to our mothers and stay in contact.
I mean, bleeding mother, like, you know, I'm talking about me ma. I don't know where my ma is, though. I don't know where she is.
Well, Steve-O, it was great to talk to you. I appreciate you took the time to share that with us.
I'm glad you took me time to talk to me, and, you know, it's because we have to get our point across, like, you know, because no one's representing us at all, like, you know.
No, there's no lobbying for you or any kind of authority behind.
If I had a union rep to go, I would, like, you know. I don't go. So it's really weird.
Keep it up there, Steve-O. I'm glad you rang in. You wouldn't like to take off the glasses and the mouth thing for a quick photo, wouldn't you?
Man, you had me on. I am a laugh, are you?
No, I was just wondering, just for the history.
Yeah, right. All right, listen, we better go.
All right, it was good talk to you.
Thanks, boy.
Keep it up there, man, Steve-O. Good man.
Felix Feelgood.
Good stuff. Yeah, well, that's certainly a perspective, very worthy sharing here in our show. Everyone is welcome at all times. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I have next